Alrighty, here we go. Looks like we're live again. Hey there, everybody. It's the Nasty One here again, and welcome back to the next episode of the Freebooters Crew Major Leaguer Shuffle Draft franchise rebuild here in Super Mega Baseball 4. And this is the final episode of the series here at the end of year number 2. As we set out what we came to do with this ragtag group of Pirates, we have won our title. We swept the playoffs, crushing the Overdogs in the finals, winning 13-1, 14-1, and 18-0, as our offense was just that much better than theirs. It wasn't even close. So now we go into the offseason, try and keep this group of Pirates together and keep them from abandoning ship and or mutineering to other squads. Let's see if we can get the job done, but I bet you they're going to be asking for a lot of money. Alrighty, looking at it, did anybody leave? Oh my God, Durbin Holmes has said he's done. He was headhunted by another organization. We have a rat amongst us, boys. Oh my God. Oh man, this sucks. I love Durbin Holmes. Man, that's a bummer. But anyway, we'll do easy decisions first and then we'll come back for it. I can't afford $13 million. Sorry, Durbin. Sayonara, buddy. Alright, well, let's do the first things first. Obviously, Tough Lift we're looking to replace. He's an older catcher. I'm hoping there's a younger option in free agency, but we can keep him around for right now and then try to get someone below his valuation. Rick Dempsey, easy backup. He's still young, still developable. We'll keep him. Plus, he doesn't want any extra money. Moving down to 100%, Willie Randolph. He's inspired to stick around. He's worth 9.3. He's making 9.4. We're not getting ripped off. We'll keep him around as well. Trisha Lee, 100% is on board. She's valued at 6.7. She's making the right money. Perfect. She's a good bench option. I like her. Carlton Starr, 100% is on board. He's making a little bit over what he's supposed to be making, but we're not getting ripped off again. So this is another easy signing. George Bell, he's getting overpaid slightly, but not by much. Keep him. Ron Gann, 100% on board. We have him at a discount. Keep him. Willie Wilson, he's a little bit of a discount, and he's 100% on board. Keep him as well. Moving down to 100%, Steamboat with Sell. We are not keeping the veteran. Actually, he's only 29. We could keep him, actually. He's one of our bullpen studs we could keep on this organization. Especially since we're going to be losing Amazo Hayes here because I can't afford $11 million. I think Wissell keeping him is a good idea. And then moving down to 99%, we have Eric Gagne, who's worth about 4.9. He wants 4.2. That's a steal. I'll pay him that. Don Sutton wants 11.4, which is what he's worth. I can get him at 11.1. I'll try to keep him the current salary here. It's a 99% chance to keep him. And it does work. Perfect. Next 99% is Ron Say. He wants 8.7. He's worth $9 million. I'll give him that. That's fine. That's it for 99%. Next up, 97. That is Ellis Burks. He's once 8.9. He's making 8.4. He's actually worth only 8.1, so I'm going to keep him at asking. See if he'll stick around. 97% chance. He does stick. Good job. Thank you, Ellis. Next up, 96% chances here for Taters and Giambi. Taters wants 10.1. He's actually worth 10.5. That's a discount. Let's keep him at asking. Jason Giambi wants 7.5. He's making 7.3. Let's see if we can keep him at current. 96% roll. And we do get it. Perfect. All right. This is actually going really well. Danny Deals is up next. 92% chance to re-sign. He wants 12.3. He's worth about 12.1. I'm going to roll this, see if it works. It should work. His loyalty is pretty high. And it does work. Thank you, Danny. I appreciate it. Next up is going to be Ralph Blue at 84%. I'm not looking to hang on to him. He's regressed, so we're going to let him go. Who else we've got down here? Next up, 71% Bradley Bowler. He's worth $7 million. He's making 6.2. I don't want to give him 7.8, so let's offer the current salary, see if this roll works. It probably won't. It does, actually, surprisingly. I'm very surprised he didn't leave. Joffrey Rockman, we're not planning on keeping him. We just signed him for the rest of this season to go into the playoffs, and he never pitched. Hey, Valdez, welcome in, buddy. Welcome in. Nice to see you again. So we're going to let Rockman walk here. I'm not a big fan of him anyway. Next up, we only have 3 left. Elaine Munstar, 59% chance. She's worth 8.7, wants 9.6. I want to keep her at current. It's not going to work, but let's see if it rolls in our favor. It probably won't, though. Yep, she does walk. So Elaine is gone. Amazo Hayes is 12% chance to stick. I can't afford $11 million, so let's offer the current salary. He's probably going to say no. And Hayes does walk. I expected that. And final one here, 100% chance that Durbin Holmes walks from the team. He has been headhunted by another organization. I love Durbin Holmes. We've built him up to be a dominant starter, junk ball specialist, but I cannot afford his salary anymore, so we're going to have to let him go. And with that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 players that have left the team. Let's go ahead and advance to the offseason. Top free agents, AVA, Phenomeno, Lantana, Babe Ruth, Ray's Rufo, and Robin Yount. Holmes goes into free agency. Mashed Taters got paid. Mazo Hayes walks. Ron Say's cooking steak for dinner tonight. Yeah, I re-signed him. Elaine Munstar will take their chances in the job market. Eric Gagne can't afford to leave lights on. So I offered to, can afford to leave lights on. I gave him a little bit of a raise because he wasn't asking for much. Ralph Blue, we cut. Joffrey Rockman, we also cut. And only Mike Messina retired. That is a big name lost from a club as he walks away from the Heaters. Let's look at free agency. Are there any rookies in the free agent pool? Let's see. So last year in year one, there were no rookie free agents in the entire pool. So let's see if there's any in here this year. Not seeing any. I'm just going down the list real quick. I want to see if there are actually any rookie relievers. I don't think there are. Like any rookie players at all. There are no rookie players in this free agent pool once again. So that is the one downside of doing these combined series with two different leagues, is with the extra amount of players pumped into the series, if you don't get a lot of retirements, you're not going to get any rookie free agents put into the league until like 3, 4, maybe 5 years down the line. If you're doing a long-term build, that's perfect. But for this type of series I was doing, it's not so perfect. There's no new blood coming in, so this has gotten a little stale, if you ask me. All right, so what do we have available on our roster? Let's take a close look. So right now we have a bench spot that could be either, that's probably going to be an infielder. So we have 2 first basemen on the roster. We have a second baseman, 2 third basemen. Really, I could use another middle infielder, whether it be a shortstop or a second baseman. Then we have 2 starting pitching slots open and 2 reliever slots open. So 5 total players we need to fill. So let's go ahead and look at... So right now we're looking at second base and shortstops primarily. We're looking for middle infielders who can like cover the middle infield positions, say if Randolph or Starr get hurt or are struggling. So Elroy Action, 23-year-old. He can't field though, so keep that in mind. Reg Schoendienst, who is just on the Overdogs. He's a good fielder and a good contact bat to have there on the bench. I'm okay with that. 28's a little too old for my liking. Hog Porker's a little old as well. 38, he's just going to be straight regression. Moving to shortstop, we have Dig Eforto, who's basically just a bench defense guy. Orlando Cabrera, he's a good contact bat and he's a great defender. Robin Yount, he can play outfield, not what I want. Buttons Bunterson, no, he's a little too high priced. Hans Slipperio can play both middle infield positions, but he does have butterfingers. Keep that in mind. Gibbs Frazzler has wild thrower. That's something you do not want in your infield. And John Renero, he's a little older. He's probably going to hit regression soon, but he'd be a good bench guy. I like that. I like John. I love his play style. All right, and that's it. We don't need any outfielders. We're good over there. So really, this is just pitching now. Let's see, so we have 2 starting rotation slots open, which is the back end of our rotation. So we have a young guy, Mike Hampton here. K Neglector, that's a pass. We don't really need like an A- or anything. We need more like a B-level pitcher. Wagyu Tacoby would be a decent choice, I suppose, B-. Also have Cecil Sawyer. I would love Cecil Sawyer to be on the roster. That would be amazing. Who else we got? Ooh, Yanagi Hayai. I wouldn't take a chance on him. I tend to avoid K Neglector at all costs. A.G. Burnett, his accuracy is a little too low. Yeah, Bubkins would be a solid fourth pitcher, I think. Let's see, what else we got? We got Thrashelmeyer is horrible. And Matt Cain and Chris Bossio, I don't like either of them. Burl Chinning, nah, more of a hitter. Jem Quilita, though, she'd be interesting. Yeah, especially for an older starter, I think B+ would be the way to go there. Maybe Wanda Dregler, too, but surrounded gives me cause for concern. Frank Tanana would be nice as well. And then for bullpen, we have 2 slots open in the bullpen. We have John Hiller, be a young, long relief option. We have Carlos Swirly Cutstift. Phenomenos too high rated and too expensive. Grapowski, I wouldn't mind having him back. Shirley Indier's a little low rated for 29. Derek Lowe would be a good 30-year-old option. I like that. We have Horace Heinlich, the 22-year-old. K-Squared and Amazo Hayes are both out here. I can't afford either of them, unfortunately. We have Houston Street. He's a young arm. I like that. Munstar, maybe we could afford her. Jeff Montgomery would be nice. Maybe someone like Libby Doe or Steve Bedrosian. Both of them would be fine with me as well. And that's it, I think. I think that's where we'll draw the line. Yeah, that's where we'll draw the line for now. And we don't need a closer. We have Gagne, so that's all good. All right, so let's move up a couple rounds here. 3, 4, and 5. All right, so no transactions round 5. Round 4 had none. Round 3 had none. Round 2 had none, and round 1, I believe, also had none as well. Yeah, nobody's made a roster move yet, so let's just keep going. Let's get through 10 rounds, and let's just see where everyone's at, you know? Round 7. Round 8. Oh, first roster move has been made. And it is the Sandcats. They go after Willie Mays, the center fielder. All right, well, they made a roster move, and I've got a couple guys on who I didn't realize were starred on my list, so I'm going to need to go ahead and take care of that real quick. Yeah, I've got a couple guys here on the list that I need to get rid of because I don't need them on the list. They're for positions I'm not looking at, and they're just throwing me off, really. Like, I don't need another outfielder. I only had these guys start because they were, like, really high-level guys who were, like, free agents at the end of the year who I could have considered picking up. But didn't need them, so. Alright, what we got out here? Getting there, getting there. A couple of these guys are still within... Some of them are close, some of them aren't. So it's going to be interesting to see what moves the computer does make when the AI makes when they go after certain players. Because a couple guys are still like $1 million plus over their target point, but other guys are like right on it. So it's really interesting to see how aggressive they're actually going to be in free agency. Kobe's at 6'3", and Sawyer's at 9. Okay. Ooh, okay, people are starting to make moves. There goes Dexteras, Jackie Slam, Elmo Slayer. Okay. Okay, we're through 10. No roster moves. Okay, so now we can make some moves. All right, what do we got? All right, so there is Jacoby's at 5'9". He's under his valuation now. There's also Cecil Sawyer's at 8'4". He's a little high on the list. Jacoby's a decent fourth starter option with Rally Stopper. That makes him a little bit more formidable. I don't pitch particularly well with him, but since we're not playing another game, I wouldn't mind signing him. He'd be a developmental option for our fourth starting spot, which I'm fine with. Sawyer, we can wait a little bit longer. I want to get him to like 8 million and then sign him. Bubkins, she's alright. I'm not a big fan of hers. But I'll keep her on the list just in case Sawyer gets picked up, then I can go after her. Same with Quilito, Dregler, and Tanana. Moving to the bullpen, Hiller's at 8 mil, Cutstiff at 10.6, Grapowski at 10.4, Derek Lowe's at 7.7, Heimlich at 7.3. Like, these guys aren't kind of close to signing just yet, but they're getting there. Slowly but surely, they are getting there, so just got to go a couple more rounds with them. Jacoby only made the move on him because he was actually getting close. Ooh, Phenomenal to the B-Wolves, Pansky to the Jacks, Babe Ruth to the Platypi again. Nice, good signing there for them. They kept him on board. And Bob Feller to the B-Wolves. Wow, big move there. All right, Ray's Rufo to the Moon Stars, Robin Yount to the Grass Eaters, Slapper Glute to the Sirloins, Lantana to the Sawteeth. Durbin Holmes is going to the Blowfish. He was headhunted by a conference rival. Thankfully, not a division rival. Dusty Winder to the Sirloins, Eddie Matthews to the Grapplers, Noah Kaiser to the Grass Eaters, Tom Seaver to the B-Wolves. Sirloins get Frank Battery as they cut George Brett. And Donovan Drink goes to the Sirloins, Jose Bautista to the Grapplers, Buttons Bunterson to the Overdogs, AVA to the Platypi, South Slinger to the Sirloins, Gasser Morris to the Sirloins as well. Burl Chinning goes to the Sirloins, replacing Dr. Cornice. Hito Munchada going to the Moose. The Sirloins are basically just doing a whole roster overhaul as Sirloins also pick up Kendrick Kerr. They made a majority of those moves that round. But that was a lot of action, so we need to check and see where the guys are. Let's see. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Getting there, getting there. They're right on top of it. I think Shane Deist will be the better choice there over Action. Then there's a Forto who's just defense. Orlando Cabrera is cheaper than Shane Deist. He's the same age as well. Soperio is a little older, plus Butterfingers kind of scares me, especially for a middle infield slot. So we have John, who still has bad jumps and big hack. His arm really kills me on that, unfortunately. I love you, though, John, as a person. Cabrera would help us with that scholarly chemistry. That would be nice. Shane Deist would help us with that and get Distractor up. Ooh, main Distractor. Yeah, the arm at second base is going to kill me there. I know it's second base, but Shane Deist is kind of a one-dimensional hitter. So is Cabrera, but Cabrera has a little bit more pop in his bat. Plus, he's a more consistent player with the speed and the arm. So I would take Cabrera here over Shane Deist. Not bad, not bad. All right, so that's going to fill up the offense. The offense is done. Now it just becomes, hey, what do we do with the pitching staff, right? Yeah, because we're done on offense. Okay. All right, Cecil Sawyer's at 7.9. He's right about what I would pay for him. I like him more than Meow Bubkins. I always have, and I always will. Sawyer is my guy, especially with Rally Stopper. It's an amazing trait. Cannot overlook it, and he'll be a good replacement for Durbin Holmes, making about the same money, so I'll take that every day of the week. All right, so Sawyer's in. So don't need Tanana, don't need Quilita, I do need Grapowski, though. Don't need Bubkins anymore. Don't need Dregler. All right, moving into the bullpen. Hiller is about where he's at, so is Cutstiff and Grapowski. Derek Lowe's where he should be as well for the most part. Heimlich is right on top of it, so is Houston Street. Who do I like the most out of these guys? Let's have a look. Okay, so Bedrosian is crossed up. That's kind of difficult to work with sometimes, but it's not game breaking. Libido has nothing special working for. Jeff Montgomery is consistent, so it keeps him from getting into his own head more frequently. But he is asking for $8 million, which is kind of pricey for a reliever. Same with Munstar, so Houston Street would be nice, 6.9 compared to Bedrosian and Doe. Doe is the cheapest. Heimlich up there as well. Heimlich has four-seamer and clutch. That would be nice. Munstar is spirited. Okay, so we'd be losing a spirited player for this first move. The other one is Mazo Hayes, who is scholarly. Okay, so we do need to get a scholarly player on the roster. Spirited. Derek Lowe is scholarly. I like that. I think Street's the better pitcher, but Heimlich has the traits that help him out, so I kind of lean Heimlich in this situation. Yeah, because Munstar, too much money. Montgomery, too much money. I say Heimlich here. I think Heimlich's the right move. So if I sign Heimlich for Hayes, that'll be a little cheaper. And then alright, so then we're down to Lowe, Grabowski, Cutstiff, and Hiller. I think it's going to be Derek Lowe here. Bring in Derek Lowe here. We can get rid of Munstar's spot. Right there, perfect. And then if we wanted to get cheeky with it and bring in a different reliever for, say, Bradley Bowler, we have the option to do so. Nice, and it doesn't affect anything. I love that. Yeah, Houston Street, let's do that. Why not? He's a little bit of an upgrade over Bowler as well, I think. There we go, perfect. All right, I'll take that. That's it. We're all done. Nice. All right, skip the offseason. We're done. That was pretty easy, 20 minutes. Yeah, this is a really painless offseason for the most part. And we still have almost $8 million in the budget for player development if this series was moving into year 3. That would have been amazing to use. But yeah, this was actually relatively painless, all things considered. I'm very surprised with how well that went. But at the end of the day, here's the new team as we sim up to the end here. There we go. All right, so the team after all the signings. Tough. Oh, I forgot about catcher. I did want to replace Tough Lift, didn't I? Wow, I'm dumb. Okay. And there's no good ones left. Wow, I was really stupid. I totally meant to replace Tough Lift, but I forgot to do it. So that's on me. I feel stupid, but at the end of the day, it's just one thing. But yeah, so this is the team. We keep Tough Lift and Rick Dempsey. Mashed Taters stays. We gave him a little bit of a pay raise. Jason Giambi we hang on to. Willie Randolph, Ron Say, Trisha Lee, Carlton Starr. First signing is Orlando Cabrera to replace Ralph Blue as the backup middle infielder. George Bell we hang on to. Ron Gant, Willie Wilson, and Ellis Burks. Our entire outfield core sticks around. Danny Deals, Don Sutton both re-sign. Unfortunately, we do lose Durbin Holmes. He got headhunted by the Blowfish. We replace him with Cecil Sawyer, who is a stud in our Sawteeth franchise. And then we bring in Wagyu Takobi. He replaces Joffrey Rockman in the starting rotation because we weren't going to keep him anyway. Moving to the bullpen, Bradley Bowler is replaced by Derek Lowe, who's a little bit younger there in the long relief slot, and he is better rated. We also bring in Steamboat Wissell, who will stay in as the ace reliever on the team, as we do lose Mazo Hayes and Elaine Munstar to free agency, as both of them wanted more money. We bring in Horace Heimlich, the young right-hander, as he replaces Munstar, and Houston Street also enters to replace Mazo Hayes. And then we also keep Eric Gagne on the roster as well, as the closer wasn't asking for too much money, so we managed to hang on to him. So it was a couple changes, I think 6 changes total, mostly in the pitching side of things, but this team is pretty solid, and with that rating right there, with all those bars, technically speed demons with a little bit of a weaker offense. But yeah, this team would have, I think, could have run it back. I definitely think this team could have run it back. But yeah, that's going to do it for this episode, guys. That is the end of this series, as we're going to finish with a, what's the career record here? Thought that would come up. It's not. We're going to finish here after 2 seasons, 2 playoff appearances, an 83-55 winning record with a 60% win percentage, and 1 championship won. This was going to be a one-off series. I think I always planned it to be a one-off series because I've already done a successful rebuild with these guys in SMB3, so I just wanted to see how long this would take doing a Major Leaguer and a Super Mega League Shuffle Draft combined league kind of deal. My only complaint with the league is that you don't get any rookie free agents within the first 2 years. We didn't have enough retirements to bring the roster pool of players down below the minimum number required to generate any rookie free agents. That's my one knock on this, so it's going to get stale if you're seeing the same players over and over. Although if you're doing a deep rebuild kind of deal, then yeah, then you could get away with doing that kind of league. But that's my one complaint with this. Other than that, I had a fantastic time doing this. We brought the Freebooters' dominant offense back to life and just, absolutely obliterated the competition as we ran roughshod through the entire postseason bracket last time out, sweeping everybody, basically. It was awesome. But if you made it this deep in the video, guys, thanks so much for sticking around in this series, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't already, hit the follow and or subscribe buttons down below here on Twitch to be notified next time I go live. And if you haven't already over on YouTube, leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel. Link to Twitch will be down in the description below if you want to come over and watch the games live before they're posted, and or follow me over on this platform as well if you so choose. I'll catch you on the next episode, everybody, where I'll be bringing something new to the channel, so be prepared to check that out. If you made it this deep, I already said that actually, that's going to do it for me, guys. Have a wonderful day, evening, or afternoon, wherever you guys may be. And until next time, this is the Nasty One, signing off. Pull up the anchor, Captain. We've done our jobs.